Surprising news for many people. I'm not sure if it caught you off guard, but it does feel somewhat like whenever an agreement is within touching distance, someone calls an election. So where does this announcement leave us?
Well, it was very clear that Rishi Sunak had left open the possibility of calling this general election. He'd said today at Prime Minister's Question Time that it was definitely going to be in the second half of next year. Of course, July is the 7th month of the year, so he's well within what he was saying. A lot of speculation in the past couple of weeks about this possibility, so we were very alive to the chance that it could happen. We haven't been caught completely off guard. This morning, you may have heard in the Congreso de los Diputados, Pedro Sanchez said that he expected the deal could be done in coming weeks. A historic deal could be done in coming weeks. All of that still can be the case. We knew we were going into the European parliamentary election purdah period. Now we've got the British purdah period coming into effect. To an extent, better to get these things out of the way all at the same time. We can continue our technical work through this period, and we will have a new European Parliament, a new European Commission, and a new British government by the second week of July.
Okay, so you say technical talks can continue. Do you think it's realistic that they will during this period?
Oh, they very much will. I can assure you that I know that we have a timetable set for continued engagement, as Senor Alvarez has said on more than one occasion. Even when you see the big meetings involving the Vice President of the European Commission, Spanish Foreign Secretary, British Foreign Secretary and Chief Minister of Gibraltar, the work continues immediately after that. The technical work leads up to that meeting and continues literally immediately after that. So I'm leaving Le Berlaymont with David Cameron. The technicians are working already on the things that we've discussed that they are going to start working on, and that work continues. So I can assure you that this is not people downing pens. In fact, in the United Kingdom, there is cross-party support for this work to continue, cross-party direction to have this agreement done in the way that is agreeable to the government of Gibraltar and therefore to the people of Gibraltar. So no need for any serious hiatus, even though you might not have political engagement in the period, the technical engagement can continue.
So the lack of political engagement means we can't have a deal until the elections are called?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. If the technicians were to say to us, look, we think we've resolved some of the issues that you had, these are the solutions that are being proposed, and they were acceptable to all of the political level, so to speak, then it is possible to declare agreement, in my view, because remember that declaring agreement does not ratify the treaty. The treaty has to be ratified by the British Parliament and by the European Parliament. That's really when the treaty is finalised. That can't happen until both those parliaments are back. In any event, the British Parliament won't start the process of ratification until the Gibraltar Parliament has, in a meaningful vote, said start the process of ratification. So I think that we have still a lot of time to be working through these issues before you actually need an active parliament to do ratification in London and in Brussels.
And do you think the added pressure and the deadlines means that we're less likely to get the best deal possible, or do you think it's unaffected?
Well, I think less the case of not getting the best deal possible, but more a case of being able to continue to work for the best deal possible, because we have a little more time to explore the technical aspects, a little less pressure that we might all want to do it before the European election is called, or the European election purdah starts, which would have been tomorrow, I think. So in Spain, they have different periods of purdah in each of the member states. In Spain, the purdah period will start tomorrow. So look, I think that the thing that you're getting from all sides here, you had Senor San Pedro saying it as the Spanish Secretary of State. We all believe that the important thing here is getting the deal right more than getting the timing right.
And you have recently been full of praise for Lord David Cameron. It now seems unlikely or less likely that he'll be Foreign Secretary for much longer. Have you spoken to him this evening?
I have been in a modern contact with him. That is to say, we've been texting each other. You know, I've thanked him for the work that he's done, the time and the dedication that he has given. Of course, people will say he caused the Brexit problem, but as Foreign Secretary, he has worked very closely with us to deliver this treaty. As Prime Minister, after the Brexit result, he was very clean in ensuring that Gibraltar had continued access to the single market with the United Kingdom. So I can only tell you that David Cameron has given Gibraltar his attention, his time, his support in everything that he has done. I am, as you say, full of praise for the work that he has done. I'm sure that I'll have a chance of continuing to work with him before the 4th of July and thereafter also, no doubt.
Chief Minister, thank you for joining us. We understand you also had an invitation from one Jacob Rees-Mogg for GB News. Grateful you took the better offer.
I knew who I work for and who I don't work for.